So you started under $500, and
Yeah, yeah.
okay, and it sounds to me like it was something where it wasn't like a get rich quick, like okay, if you do these things, you're gonna make $10 million by Tuesday.
It's not that.
The nonsense that you see. It's something that just says, look, if you're looking to make some extra money, here's an opportunity that's out there that can help it. And I like that because it almost sounds like one of those picks and shovels ways of kind of moving forward, or like in a football game, you don't always have to throw the Hail Mary. You can just run the ball and get 6 yards of carry or something and still score touchdowns. And I remember you telling me, I want to bring this up because I like for you to relate, because I'm thinking about if tell me if I'm wrong about this, but if I'm not mistaken, I remember you telling me once that you were making like less than $20 an hour, and you
Hmm.
lived in New York,
Yeah.
and you saved consistently to be able to buy a property in a place where people were making 5 times more than you and swore they couldn't afford to buy a house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was able to get a condo young. I was 22 when I got it. 22 when I got it. So this thing about discipline and just sitting down for a while. Um, Life can become a whole lot easier for people when we embrace the boring stuff. When we say, yo, this is just gonna suck for 6 months, 2 years, but at the end of it, I'm gonna have something. So I'm $20 an hour at the gig. I saved literally 70% of my income. I wrote it down, like pen and paper. They didn't even have like smartphone like that. Pen and paper, wrote it down.
Wow.
This is 20 years ago. I'm 42 now. This is 20 years ago. It's wild to say. And yeah, I kept my FICO great. My car died. If anyone knows about mortgages and real estate, I know your crew does. The DTI, debt to income ratio, because I didn't make a lot of money at the gig, I couldn't go out and finance a new car because it would have thrown up my DTI. So I took the bus to work and I just roughed it out for a couple of years, but I was able to get a property at 22, which I still own to this day, all these years later.
Wow. I tell you, when I heard this story, I was very impressed by it. I remember S. Tia Brown, who you and I both know.
Tia, yeah, what's up, Tia?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tia had the same. She had the same story. She said, I wanted to be a homeowner." So she did something that I've never heard anybody say. She said, "I spent a whole year not getting my hair done." She said, "I did it myself." She still looked
yeah,
great. She was doing
yeah.
her hair at home, but she wasn't going to the beauty shop because she realized, from a financial consciousness standpoint, she became conscious of how much money she was giving to the beauty supply, and said,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm gonna put that toward." Getting some property. Now Tierra is not Tia, I'm sorry, Tia, because I got friends named Tia and I got friends Tierra, Taryn, and Tia, so I
Yeah.
get it mixed up. But
Shout out to
Tia
Miss Hollywood.
actually is now a landlord. I think she has multiple properties and all this stuff, and is making all this money. And
Mm-hmm.
no, and nobody ever thinks that the black woman is the landlord. They always think she's the one paying rent, but really
She's in
she's the
Brooklyn
boss.
too, if I'm not mistaken. Which
Yeah,
is one of the
Brooklyn.
highest priced markets in the world.
Boom. Yeah, and it's interesting because, it's mindset is so important, and we neglect mindset, right? Or maybe we approach it with the wrong mindset. The mindset is, well, they were only able to buy property because they're white, or they were able to get ahead because their daddy was rich or whatever. And it's like, no, 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 Tierra's daddy wasn't rich. She just sacrificed for what she wanted. Andre,
Man.
you said $18 an hour, and you
18
made
at my height. Yeah, 1860 at my height. Start at 15, 15. Yep.
yeah.